Yo, it's your girl Tia, Miss Illinois, checking in for the one time, y'all. Good grief and good morning. Good grief and good morning. Tag a friend and tell a friend. The Good Grief Morning Show is on. The Good Grief Morning Show is on. Have you liked the page? Are you following the page? You want to make sure that you're doing both. You want to like and follow and go ahead and share with a friend this morning and let them know the Good Grief Morning Show is on. The Good Grief Morning Show is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the show. Tia, Miss Illinois. Brand new flavor in here. Good grief, if you will.
When I wake in the morning, gotta send a prayer up. It's a blessing just to be here. No, I don't believe in luck. New house, new whip, newborn, that's cool. 5 kids, 3 and 2. Without God, I'll be a fool. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that it costs to be the boss. Sip my coffee, put my feet up, do some projects and get lost. Life is a gift, and I'm just trying to live and laugh and love and learn and forget. To the pip house. Good grief, y'all. And good morning.
Good grief and good morning, y'all. We are here. Okay, somebody asked me, you doing the show today? Actually, a couple people asked me, are you doing the show today? Of course I'm doing the show today. I was gone. I had to take a little time off, but I'm back. Can we just give it up for being back? Just a Are you following the page? Have you liked the page? Okay, because we have a show this morning. A lot of times I don't prepare real early for my shows. Um, a lot of times I'm just led with my topics and I go where I'm led. Because I could take all that time and prepare to talk about something and something else comes to me. So I really love how God just be placing stuff on me and in me to discuss with you all. Today, we're going to be talking about upgrading. What does it mean to upgrade? Today, we are going to be talking about what is a will, and we're going to tie that all in with each other so we can make it make sense. Okay, so good grief, good morning. Tag a friend and tell a friend. The Good Grief Morning Show is on. We're going to get started right after this. We're going to run that intro back one more time, and then we got a show. So good grief and good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the show. Tia, Miss Illinois. Brand new flavor in here. Good grief, if you will.
When I wake in the morning, gotta send a prayer up. It's a blessing just to be here. No, I don't believe in luck. New house, new whip, newborn, that's cool. 5 kids, 3 and 2. Without God, I'll be a fool. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that it costs to be the boss. Sip my coffee, put my feet up, do some projects and get lost. Life is a gift, and I'm just trying to live and laugh and love and learn and forget. To the pip house. Good grief, y'all. And good morning.
Good grief and good morning. Hey, she said, I love connecting the dots. Let's go. Well, that's what we're going to do today. We got to connect some dots because we got to make some things make sense. So thank you for tuning in to the Good Grief Morning Show, y'all. The Good Grief Morning Show is on. And I was like, Lord, what am I going to be talking about today? Because I had some ideas of some topics, but all that switched up today. All that switched up. That's why I said I just kind of like to go how I'm led because I cannot prepare a week in advance. I cannot prepare that early. Something will drop on me the day before, the night before, and sometimes the morning of. So we're going to be talking about, like I said, upgrading. What is it? What is an upgrade? We're going to be talking about a wheel. What is a wheel? But first, I just want to shout out once again. We lost a very close, just a family friend. We love the family. Everybody in the family is amazing. So I just have to say, again, condolences for Kenneth Graves Jr. He was a loving son, loving father, brother, cousin, uncle, grandson, nephew, spouse, friend, just a ride to live. And so we just wanted to once again let the family know that we are still praying. You are still in our thoughts, and we are here for you. Also, want to just shout out these books real quick. I got to do this every show, you all. You can get this off of Amazon. You can order this off of TikTok Shop. You can order this off my website, GUDGrief.com. But it is the prayer journal. God, it hurts. It is a 30-day journal. And there's some exercises in there. It kind of checks on how you feeling for the day. And I love it because it's not real thick. It's not too big. It is just enough space. If you want to do another month, you get another one. But this is a beginner-friendly journal. And you just kind of jot your day, your feelings, your emotions. There's a scripture for each day. And I'm hoping that it's something in there that you need for that day. Then we also have the God, I miss my daddy. God, I miss my daddy. You know, it hurts. Grief is not easy. It is something else because everyone handles it differently, but I tend to handle mine through my writing. God said, I'm going to make your gifts make room for you. And that's what he did. So, God, I miss my daddy. Children's book about a young girl who misses her dad. And she asked God, why did you have to take him from me? She has a conversation with him and God lets her get it all out. And then he comes back with some comforting words for her to be able to keep going. And then we have the butterfly that couldn't flutter. Just a testimony. I almost lost my life due to a almost deadly miscarriage for me. It almost took me out. And so I'm just writing my testimony. I'm writing what I went through and how God helped me to get through. So it's not just a sad story, but there is inspiration in this book. There's encouragement. There is a way for you to be inspired, encouraged, and uplifted. And so we definitely want to check that one out. So you can get those once again on Amazon. You can get that on my website, GUDGrief.com, or you can go on TikTok Shop. All my books are available there as well. There we go. Okay, so is my music playing? Sometimes I be having like tech issues and stuff. Can y'all hear me? That's most important. Just want to make sure. Okay. Well, either way, we are moving on with this, y'all, and it dropped in me upgrade. What does it mean to be upgraded? It dropped in me because I've been off for work for a little while now. Excuse me, my youngest daughter, my throat is dry. Shout out to the coffee drinkers, first of all. Shout out to you. I've been off work for some weeks now. I got the Wayne's World checked in, said, we hear you. Good morning. Do you hear my background music? I selected it to play, but I don't hear it playing, so I don't even know if it's playing or not. But either way, I'm glad you can hear me because that's what's most important. But it dropped in my spirit, y'all. Upgrade. I've been off work for some weeks. I said I was going to make a whole nother post to talk about some different things that I've been dealing with and going through as far as family. Yes, you can hear it. Okay, cool. Good morning to my beautiful sister. Period. Period. Ugh, God's been working on her. Y'all not even ready for just what? Y'all just not even ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because my sis, she's just an incredible woman. And she's just somebody that you want to follow, stay connected with, stay linked with. Check out all her food reviews. I'm so happy and proud of you for coming back, sis, and doing that. Like, your reviews was popping. Them food reviews was popping. And then obviously she had a storm in her life and it kind of sat her down for a little bit. And I saw this post, I shared it on my Facebook page. It was like, butterflies rest when it rains because the rain will damage their wings. So they have to rest. And when the sun comes out again and the rain is all clear, they are right back out there. And so that is like my sis. She is a butterfly. You look amazing this morning. Girl, don't hype my head up like that now. Come on. Thank you. God is good. But you are an amazing butterfly, and we thank you. Y'all, I got to get into just a couple of just a quick announcements. Y'all know Marlon Wayans is coming to Waukegan. Did y'all know Marlon Wayans was coming to Waukegan? People have been tagging me and asking me, did I know? Am I going to be there? And, things like that. So, like, of course. And then, y'all, hold on, I should have did this a little earlier. I should have did this, but that's okay. Better late than never. Let me add this on here so y'all can see. When I found out that Marlon Wayans was coming to Waukegan, I'm a longtime fan. This ain't no, I just woke up and became a Marlon Wayans fan. I have always been a fan of the Wayans, but I like Marlon because he was like the risk taker. He was like the wild child. The wild child tour. It makes sense. Watching him, I used to always be like that. We could be friends. I never looked at Marlon Wayans as like a, how you have like your celebrity crushes and things like that. I never looked at Marlon as a celebrity crush. I always looked at Marlon as he cool as heck. He cool. He seems like he just likes to live, have fun, laugh, and have a good time. So he's always been one of my favorites. And so when I found out that he was coming to Waukegan, I mean, of course I had to make arrangements to make myself available to be there. And then when he came out with his special, GUD Grief, it was almost like, what? Because like, y'all know, I started GUD Grief in 2022. At the end of 2022. But I started going like, let me take this off for just a second. But I started going hard. I had my first event in March of 23 on my father's birthday. That was my first event for GUD Grief. I did tacos and combos or something like that. I just had free tacos. I ordered like 100 tacos and I was just giving them out for free. Shout out to Q's Place for letting me use this space. But it was just interesting when I saw that Marlon had a special on Amazon Prime called GUD Grief. I mean, his is spelled differently, obviously, GOOD. But when I saw that, I was just like, I gotta meet him. I gotta talk to him because he named his special for some of the same reasons I created my business. Laughing through my pain. That was my first comedy event where I chose to laugh. It was on Father's Day weekend. Obviously grieving over my dad, and he was a man who loved comedy, a man who loved movies and action and all these things. And I get a lot of my personality is from my dad. So when I came up with my event, Laughing Through My Pain, that is literally why I put it there. The hurt of him not being here, but the fact that life does move on and I still have life in me. And so I wanted to create something where I could be transparent in my grief, but not just be sad all the time. I wanted to continue to encourage, uplift, and inspire people. And I know that laughter is good for the soul. And so that's where Good Grief, my Good Grief, GUD, brings the comedic relief to grief. And some of that is the same stuff that Marlon was saying as to why he called his Good Grief. He said, I realized there was an interview I was watching with him, Jimmy Kimmel, one of his interviews. He's been doing lots of interviews, obviously campaigning and promoting his tour and things like that. But I watched a special with him, and he was like, I sat there one day and I realized how much money I was spending. He was talking about his therapist. He's like, I realized how much money I was spending, to sit here and talk to someone. And I think it's a good thing. It is a healthy thing. So if anyone has any therapists or counselors or psychiatrists, whatever, you do what you got to do. Even if it's just pastoral counseling, you talk to who you need to talk to. But I'm just strictly speaking on Marlon right now. He said, realizing he was spending all his money, he was sitting there talking to, a professional. But the thing that he said really helps him is talking about what he's been through, talking about his hurt, talking about the grief to other people, but in a comedic way, getting that pressure from the inside out, but making people laugh in the process. And he was like, and I realized while I'm spending this money to sit here and talk to someone, I could be charging people money to listen to me. And that was a joke too, but hey, sometimes the truth be in the joke. Now, I'm not charging y'all to listen to me on the Good Grief Morning Show, but this is definitely a way I can release and let some things out as well. So keep that in mind, that when you're going through something, it doesn't have to be all sad all the time. You can grieve, you can feel how you feel, and you are very valid in your feelings. But it is very important that you find that thing that can help you keep going. Find that thing that will push you. Find that thing that will help you, because life after death it's tough. Life after death, it's rough. And so I choose to laugh. I choose to love. And so I was looking for this video. I should have had it together already. I just knew. I just knew that I had it together. Okay, here it is. Period. So I gotta share this, y'all, because also, like I said, knowing that he was coming right here, exactly. Whatever works for you. And don't let nobody make you feel bad either about talking to somebody or going to get some help or whatever. However, you have to grieve in a healthy way to help make you feel better. I'm telling you, do it. Talk to a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a counselor, a pastor, a good friend. Talk to strangers. I'm not saying be weird about it, but I'm just saying go out into the world, meet new people. It's okay to just say, hey, oh girl, you looking good today. It's okay to encourage somebody. It may make you feel good. You see somebody that got their hair done and they just looking like they is thang. Let them know that you literally don't even know what they went through to even get dressed for the day. And anybody that has grieved hard over a loved one, just getting dressed for the day can be a challenge. And people don't know what you're dealing with. You put your stuff on and you step outside. They have no idea what it took for you to do that much. So just by you telling somebody, you look really good today, or not even today, just you look really good. You look handsome. You look beautiful. And let's use these words with caution. I'm not telling you to go out here and tell every man how handsome they are. We're not trying to have no relationship problems, okay? I'm not telling you as a man to go out here and get in the world and tell every woman how beautiful she is, because I'm telling you, you don't know how people are going to take those words. But I'm just saying in a general sense. I'm not saying, be creepy about it. I'm just saying Find a way to spread some love. It will help you feel better. Good morning to my famo. Enjoy your day, man. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to share my screen because boom. I got to show y'all this because I'm going to be in the building. I hope y'all going to be in the building because I'm definitely going to be in the building. Like, I'm going to be in the building. Can y'all see this? Let me make sure y'all can see this because my man's Marlon Wayans is coming to Waukegan, and I had a conversation with his team, and I'm gonna tell y'all how that went after this.
Yo, what's up? Check it out, Waukegan, Illinois. See, I messed up the first time. I called it Waukegan, Illinois, but there's no E, so you don't pronounce the S. It's Illinois, because I'm ill and I'm annoying y'all. Think about it. September 21st, I'm gonna be at the Genesee. That's right. The theater, the Genesee. Come on out. Come see me. Waukegan, Illinois. I know about that because I used to play Monopoly in all the red states in Illinois, Kentucky Avenue, Illinois Avenue, and whatever that other red one was in the middle. I used to buy those and I used to whoop people's asses in Monopoly. So come let me, it's probably the one I'm forgetting is Waukegan. That's the property. I'm building hotels and houses. Waukegan, Illinois. Don't pass go or pay me $200. Come see me. I ain't making no damn sense. Come see me September 21st at the Genesee Theater. I love y'all. Wild Child Talk. We wildin' out. MW's in your face.
Wayne's World is right when he says we in that thing, we in that thing. So Marlon's gonna be here this Saturday, y'all. Like this Saturday, he's gonna be here. I'm gonna be there. My husband gonna be there. Like we there. Like it's up. And I got so excited because, like I said, he has a special on Prime called GUD Grief. So y'all know I had to reach out to him and his team. I have not talked to Marlon Wayans, but I have talked to 3 people on his team. I reached out, obviously, on behalf of GUD Grief, because I wanted GUD Grief to meet GUD Grief. And that's when I made this flyer. Look up Marlon, choose me when GUD Grief meets GUD Grief. I was swayed to reach out to him really because of the name. Like I said, I've always been a fan of Marlon. I've always been a fan of the Wayans. But to know he's gonna be in Waukegan, that's the back door. That's like that's right there. I cannot not be there. And then with the GUD Grief, I felt like, Lord, I need to talk to Marlon. So I reached out, and I talked to a member of his team. And I told them that, hey, I'm aware that Marlon will be here in Waukegan. And yes, I asked if I could open up for him. I was really nervous. I'm not even going to tell y'all how the first conversation went with the first person that I was talking to, because I froze up a little bit. Like I reached out in full confidence, and then immediately, for some reason, I got intimidated. I felt like I wasn't like on his level, I felt, just as my feelings, I felt like I am not on the same caliber as Marlon, feel like I'm not worthy to share a stage with him because he's been doing this for so long. And I'm kind of new to the stand-up game. I've been funny all my life. I've always been an entertainer in general, singing and dancing and making people laugh and, millions of other things. But when it comes to stand-up, I've been doing stand-up now since, 2018? And, I haven't been to hundreds of places. I don't overuse myself or my material. I'm very selective about where I go and how many times I do something. And so I put my big girl pants on. Like I said, I reached out, I talked to a member of Marlon's team, and I told them, a little bit about who I am and my organization. And then that person gave me a contact number to the next person. And I won't put their titles out because I feel like that's real specific. I guess I could. Like his manager, road manager, tour manager. Like there's teams in place with these celebrities. You can't just reach them unless you put something on Twitter or Instagram, like their social media, and they happen to maybe see it. Then I feel like that's a better chance for you to talk to them directly if they see you. And that's why I made my flyer in the first place, because I was trying to tag Marlon, and some people started sharing it and tagging Marlon for me. Because like I said, the first person I talked to, I told them about GUD Grief and how they can look me up to see that I'm official. I'm not just somebody making something up. And he gave me the next contact person's name and information and email and phone number. And I reached out to that person, had a conversation, and they asked me to, I was like, hey, I want to open up for Marlon Wayans. He's going to be right here in my hometown, September 21st. I was like, my birthday is September 22nd, and I plan to attend the comedy show. I want to kick my birthday off by watching Marlon Wayans. And I was like, it'll be an honor to bless the stage for him, to open up for him, to just get the people warmed up. Okay, good morning. She says, I look beautiful. Y'all, the sweater, friend. I love a good off the shoulder sweater. I love a good off the shoulder. It just makes me feel pretty. But GUD Grief and good morning. Thank you for tuning in. So you all, so he gave me the second person's email, phone number, like all that good stuff. And so we were having conversations, and then I told him who I was. And I told him why I thought it would be important, because I'm like, with Marlon's GUD Grief tour, and I'm GUD Grief, and like GUD Grief need to meet GUD Grief. And so I was kind of humoring the people, and then they asked me to audition. And then I was really nervous because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm auditioning for Marlon Wayans, the Marlon Wayans. And so, that came with a lot of butterflies as well. Marlon's comedy is different than all the other comedians. He's not like a Kevin Hart or a Cat Williams or a Dave Chappelle. Like, he is Marlon. He is his own person, his own thing. He has his own way of doing things. He's a wild child. That's why there's the Wild Child tour. She said, will you be opening up or no? Well, that is some good coffee, y'all. My birthday is on Sunday. If you want to get me anything, I love coffee. We can do gift cards. We can do K-Cups. So I auditioned, and I was sitting on my hands and just sitting, and like I didn't hear anything back. And then I started getting nervous because I was like, hold on now. I talked to the first person, it was a vibe. And then you gave me the second person information, and like it was a vibe. And then I give you what you asked for, and now I don't hear anything. And I was joking with my husband, like, they better not steal my material now. They better not. That's why I don't be going everywhere doing all my stuff. I am exclusive when it comes to my comedy. Like, I don't want to overuse it, and I don't want to wear myself out. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep it new. And so to answer your question, I'm going to say no. Hold on. I'm going to say no. I never heard back. But then the third person that I talked to, when I was following up with the first and second person, because I was so, maybe I can say thirsty. So thirsty for it. Like I wanted it to do it so bad. Like, I know I'm new to the comedy as far as stand-up goes. I've been doing improv comedy and other forms of comedy, like I said, all my life. I've been in entertainment. But on a more professional level, it's been about 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 4 or 5 years doing it. And so I just never heard back. And then when I did get back in contact with the second person, he gave me a third person's contact who is a more major decision maker and does all these things and handle all of those type of affairs for Marlon. And here we are, days before the show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before the show. And I've still not heard back. And I've been in contact with the team for a while. So I'm not going to get my hopes. I'm not going to be discouraged because I am proud of myself for reaching out and even just auditioning. I can say I auditioned to open up for Marlon Wayans. Just to be able to say that, it makes me feel like, okay, that's one of many. I wish I could have got in contact with Marlon Wayans directly, because I be feeling like people do be gatekeeping. Like Cat Williams said it. Like, people do be gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the celebrities, people be trying to reach them, trying to talk to them or try to do something, and they have a team. And I get it. They have a team for a reason. They have millions of people that probably try to reach them, thousands and hundreds. And so I understand you got to have people in place to be able to handle certain affairs and handle your lightweight. And so I looked at it like that. His team handled me as the lightweight. But I feel like if I could have reached Marlon directly, I feel like he probably would have really maybe gave me a chance. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Marlon could be an a-hole for all we know. We don't know. He might be. He might not be. And so it's like, Tia, relax. Don't be so thirsty to meet somebody that may or may not even receive you how you would expect them to. I met David Allen Greer and Tommy Davidson had a comedy show in Waukegan a few years ago. Again, two people I watched growing up from The Martin Show, In Living Color, and more. And they came to Genesee Theater. And of course I was there to support. I'm a huge fan of comedy. I love them. Like, again, watching them growing up and stuff. And then you have the opportunity to meet the celebrity. And so when I was at the Genesee Theater, David Allen Greer was standing outside. He was taking a picture with somebody. And I'm in like the foyer. I hadn't made it outside just yet. Aw, I can't wait when you land your first celebrity opening act. Thank you. I had a low-key celebrity opening act. I look at comedian B. Cole as a celebrity to me, and I opened up for B. Cole. I opened up for Leon Rogers. I've opened up for the Serena Monet, but I definitely would like to open up for like a Marlon Wayans, a Lavelle Crawford, or something like that, like a really big name. And I know it's coming, so I'm not going to even trip. But I saw David Allen Greer outside of the Genesee Theater. He was taking a picture with somebody, and I was like, oh my God, he's right there. Like, I can go get me a picture too. But I noticed as I started walking, like getting ready to walk out the door, I start seeing security start moving in from all these areas. Good morning, he says. I'm here. Can't comment or listen. I got to read captions. Sneaking at work. Thank you for your support to my main man's Hugh. Thank you, man. You can always play this back later. You can always play it back later. Y'all is hyping me up. That's not low key. That's high key. Don't sell yourself short. You did that. Bigger and better is headed your way. Thank you, Azure. Because yeah, it's coming. But I saw David Allen Greer standing out there, and I loved him. From like I said, from Martin, that's Reverend Leon Lanilla. From all the other shows. And I went out there and I walked up to him. And I didn't walk up on him, I gave him some space. But I walked up and I was was like, hi, may I get a photo with you? And he was like y'all, again, I put on my soft girl voice. Like, first of all, I put my soft girl voice on. My voice is strong. It's powerful. I talked to him in my falsetto. Hi. I was like, oh my gosh, hi. May I get a picture with you? And he looked me dead in my face and he was like, no, I'm cold and I'm hungry. No, he was like, I'm cold and I'm ready to go. And he walked off. And when I tell y'all my little feelings was hurt, like I was standing there so hurt because I literally, like, you just took a picture with that person right there. I probably would never see you again. Like, I felt like this is my opportunity. You're in Waukegan. You're in my backyard. And I get to meet you. And I've been watching you since I was a single digit. And now I have the opportunity to meet you face to face. And I ask you, may I have a photo with you? Because he was just taking a picture with somebody else. May I have a photo with you? No. I'm cold and I'm ready to go. And just walked off on me, y'all. When I say that my little face just dropped. And I was like, you know what? I don't even care about him anymore. I just want to see Tommy Davidson. And I was like, I just want to see Tommy Davidson. Because I love both of them. But it was like, y'all are both here, but that also made me humble myself a little bit about Marlon, because I was like, girl, you so thirsty to meet him. What if he what if he don't even receive you the way you receive him? Hey sis, your glow is gorgeous. I say, well, thank you, sis. Y'all better stop. Stop. It's really going to my head. It's the sweater, y'all. It gotta be the sweater. And my white sweater looking godly. Good morning, Cheryl. Hey. She said, who are you talking about? I was talking about David Allen Greer. I was talking about how I was really excited I am really excited that Marlon Wayans is going to be here this Saturday. I have my tickets and everything. And I was explaining how I have been in contact with his team, 3 members of his team. And, you know, he have a big team. You got your manager, your road manager, your tour manager. He has all these people. And I had the opportunity to talk to 3 of them. The first person I reached out to, I told him about who I was in GUD Grief and that I wanted to open up for Marlon Wayans. I told him a little bit about me. He sounded like he loved what I was saying. He gave me the second point of contact number to reach out to. I reach out to that second point of contact number, introduce myself. I'm Tia with GUD Grief. And I was expressing how I'm excited that Marlon Wayans is coming to Waukegan. He's coming on the 21st. My birthday is on the 22nd. And I was letting them know that this is how I'm celebrating my birthday, by being in the building for some laughs and a good time. And I was explaining to them who I am and what I do. And they were very interested, and they asked me to submit my audition video. I was very nervous, and I submitted my audition video, and I never got back a yay or nay. I did my follow-up calls. I did my follow-up text messages because I got all of their numbers. They seemed like they were really interested in what I was talking about. I made the correlation between, it's no coincidence that Marlon Wayans' special on Amazon Prime is GUD Grief, and that's my business organization's name, spelled differently though. And so that I was trying to use that as a just a main point of why I would just want to meet Marlon. I want to meet Marlon. I want to shake his hand. I want to hug him. A lot of the reason why he called his special GUD Grief is for the same reasons I came out with my organization. And so I was reaching out and being back and forth in contact with his team, trying to make that happen. I've talked to 3 different people, 3 different numbers, 3 different email addresses. And after I submitted my audition, I did not hear back. I joked around, I laughed around, I told my husband, they better not take my stuff now, don't take my material. But I'm pretty sure Marlon would not have to do that. He has enough things he can talk about. But I really wanted when Good Grief meets Good Grief. Anything can happen, I guess, but I really doubt that they'll call me this week to say, yes, you can open. Good morning. Happy early birthday. Thank you, girl. And so that's when I was talking about the last time I went to the Genesee Theater for a comedy show. They had Tommy Davidson and David Allen Greer, and I love them. Like I said, watching them on Martin, watching them on In Living Color, and then all the other movies and TV shows and things that they do. I just take it back to where it started for me. And I was saying how excited I was that they were coming. And how David... Wait! I am interviewing him this week. You are so amazing. It is not a surprise that you're interviewing him. You interview so many great people. You interviewed Tommy Davidson. I was trying to meet him at the Genesee when he came, but I didn't get to meet him. Only David Allen Greer, who made me feel so low. Like, y'all, and I get it. They got people approaching them all the time, looking for autographs or pictures or whatever. And my feelings was definitely hurt because I was like, man, here's a man that I've been watching since a single digit number, loving him as a comedian, as an artist, and he's in my back door and I get to meet him. And I asked him, can I take a picture with you? And he said, no, I'm cold and I'm ready to go. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And that made me feel like, you know what? I don't even want to reach out to another celebrity again, but that's okay. Talk about connecting the dots. Your upgrade is coming because it's in God's will. You better speak. You better speak. That's why we were talking about upgrade and will today. And I got to still get into that. But I guess this was the buildup, setting the tone. Cheryl says, I interviewed Marlon the last time he was at the Genesee. I never even knew he was at. How long ago was that? I never knew Marlon was I am such a huge fan of comedy. And I don't always get to go to a lot of the shows and stuff. You know, my husband and I, we got 5 kids. So we are not always on the scene. Our oldest is 18 years old and she's off to college. And a lot of times she would help us hold it down so we could sneak out here and there. And we don't have her now. So it's even more challenging for us to enjoy things together. So if you see me and my husband together, it's a blessing. It's a blessing because the way things have been going with our lives, our schedules, the kids' schedules, you're either going to see me or you're going to see him. So when you see us together, just send a prayer up for us. Be like, yes, y'all got y'all stuff worked out. But when did he come to Genesee? I did not know I would have been on it if I could have, unless he came at a time where I couldn't. But the fact that you are interviewing him is amazing. I am so happy for you. Like, you've been doing this for a long time, Cheryl, and you really are inspirational because you make it look easy. So I know it has its challenges and things like that, but you do it with such grace. You're amazing. You're amazing. I watched your Tommy Davidson interview and I was watching it like, man, she's so cool. She's so cool. Like, to just sit and talk to the same people that we see on TV. We sometimes will never get to meet them. We'll never even get to talk to them in our lifetime. But you get to. And that is just so top tier. That is so top tier. Let's give it up for Cheryl. And if you could please give me the information so I can be sure I'm tuned in. Or maybe I need to check your page out because I did not see that. I didn't see it pop up in my news feeds or anything, but I want to make sure I check that interview out. He seems amazing. I talked to his team, but I've never talked to him, but that is so amazing. And just like, I'm going to be smiling all day because somebody I know that I've worked with, that I've interviewed with is interviewing thee. Marlon Wayne. Let's get into what we're talking about today. Like, you You have just encouraged me in a way that you don't even know. It is possible. All things are possible with God. And he's been making a way for you, Cheryl. I swear, like you're so phenomenal. If y'all don't know Cheryl, let me put her name back up here. Follow her. If you do not know her, she has the Soul Sweet Radio. She is amazing. Check out her radio interviews and stuff. Like, this woman is top tier. And I'm just humbled that she's on my show this morning, okay? So let's get into the topic real quick of the day. And what I said came to me is the word upgrade. Upgrade, upgrade. It came to me because a lot of times you cannot be upgraded unless you have went through something or gone through something, or something's not good or something's bad. Sometimes that's when the upgrades come. For example, you check into a hotel room. You check into a hotel room and things are just, it's not up to par. Things are like the tub is not clean, or the bed, the sheets are dirty, whatever. And you call front desk, or you go to front desk and you let them know that you are not satisfied. And they say, you know what, we're going to upgrade your room, because they feel that they did not deliver to a certain whatever degree, they did not deliver. And so now they have to compensate you in another way. And a lot of times they will upgrade you. Now we're going to put you in a room that has a this. Now we'll put you in a room that has a balcony. Now, because of your dissatisfaction there, we are going to upgrade you. Sometimes nothing can be going wrong. You can take a flight. Something can happen on there where we need to upgrade you. And now you're sitting in first class when really it was meant for you to be in the, in the regular. Something happened, or something didn't go right, or didn't go as planned. And we have to do the best we can to accommodate you and to upgrade you. So upgrade, it's a verb. It's a verb. It's a raise. Something. Raise something to a higher standard. In particular, improve. To improve equipment or machinery, or improve the room, or improve the seat that you're sitting on that plane by adding or replacing components. Sometimes your upgrade will not come until something needs to be replaced. Something needs to be fixed. Something needs to be altered. And in the meantime, we're going to upgrade you. You can go get a rental car and something, whatever. There's many of a reason for an upgrade. And it makes me think about life. There's some people that have been going through some hell and high water. They've been going through, and it just seems like the storm is not gonna be over. You know that song? It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Some people are still feeling like they're in the storm. It's not over. And it feels like it's not going to be over because it's been storming for so long. And all I can think of is the upgrade. The upgrade. Sometimes you won't even appreciate the upgrade until you know it's an upgrade. Until you can see the difference of where you were before and now compared to where you are now. The thing that you had, and then compare to the thing. You have a great show. Thank you. See, I'm telling y'all, this means a lot. This is the Cheryl Sweet Lady Dunlap. Y'all better recognize, y'all better follow her. This woman be interviewing celebrities. She be at hot spots. She be backstage with people. Like, I'm getting there. I'm claiming it right now. I'm claiming it right now. Y'all gonna see me. Yo, it's your girl, T Miss Illinois, checking in for the one time. We are backstage right now with whoever that may be. But that be her, y'all. She's exclusive. She's exclusive. She's been upgraded. So yes, upgrade. You may have had something that's really not too good for you. What's that song? Let me upgrade you. Introduce you to some new things and upgrade you. introduce you to some new things and upgrade you. Some of you haven't been introduced to anything, to know anything. I see we got a lot of viewers on here today. I love you. You're already there. Thank you. I love you. Do you know how much I love you, lady? Like, I thank y'all. When y'all comment, that's how I know who's on. So for everybody that's just watching, hey, good morning, good grief, and good morning. I love y'all, but I don't know who you are. And that's okay. Maybe you just want to remain anonymous. I'm okay with that. But I want to let you know, I love when y'all chime in just to say hey, or great show, or anything, because then I can see who you are. Sade, good grief and good morning. I'm being upgraded. Confirmation. See, somebody saying confirmation. She needed to hear this. She needed to hear this. You want to appreciate the upgrade. And you very well will sometimes when you go through things and God finally gives you that upgrade. It's a verb, a raise. It's a raise. It's something to a higher standard. A lot of us are holding our blessings up right now because the good Lord holds us to a higher standard and we're not doing that thing. He's holding us to a higher standard. He wants to improve us and raise us. But some of us is still stuck on a level and we can't go any higher just yet. One of my favorite games growing up, Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers. I love that game. I mean, we could play for hours. Now, there's some levels in the Super Mario game that you don't know is there. They're hidden secret levels. And you find them by if you're running and you're flying. Next thing you know, you've been flying for a while. Now there's a key in the sky. A key in the sky that you never knew was there because you never flew up there to see. You always played at ground level. And so there's secrets in that higher place, but you'll never reach it because you're not going higher. You're staying at the ground level. You're staying safe. You're staying where you know. It's time to go higher. It's time to go higher. Keep walking in faith. It'll happen when you least expect it. Amen. Bigger. Keep soaring, T. I love you. Do you know how much I love you? As long as I kept playing that level, like, and if y'all know about Mario, there's some games on there. I'm talking old school, Super Mario. You cannot pass the level until you find the secret level. You cannot get through until you find that secret thing. And it gets frustrating because you've played the game over and over. And it's like, you know this game. You know it. You running the whole time because you know the game. You just run and jump, twist here, jump here, go in that tunnel. But sometimes, even in some of those swimming levels, you swim and then like you go lower in certain areas and there's always these secret levels. And then I get excited when I reach a secret level because it takes you into another place. Sometimes it takes you into a shortcut to get to other places. You're playing this game and you're stuck in the same level over and over again. He's ready to upgrade you, but you have to get off the ground. You're playing it safe. It's time for an upgrade. Don't play it safe. Get out there and soar. Don't let fear hold you back. God is telling you, I am going to push you higher. I am going to upgrade you, but you can't be scared of the upgrade. Good morning, Maya. Sounds like allowing yourself to experience the unknown. Scary, but worth it. So scary because it's much better sometimes or comfortable being safe, playing it safe. But there's going to be some things you go through. You're just going to have to do it scared. Faith over fear. And that's what I be saying, faith over fear, because fear has definitely kept me from some things. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's definitely kept me. And I'd rather feel comfortable. But then it's like, well, what is comfortable? You're holding yourself back being comfortable. You have to get out there. You have to put yourself in a different position to be upgraded. And then it made me think about the word will. So an act of upgrading and then will. There's this old song. The safest place in all the world is in the will of God. The safest place, don't have me, in all the world is in the will of God. It may be on a battlefront or in prison walls, or wherever it may be. If God says go, if God says go, 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 you better go. You better go, because you're in the will. And when I think about a will is, there's a lot of definitions that you can have for will. But when you think about being in someone's will, a rich person, a will, they have an order in which things will flow when they pass away. They have a list of who gets what, who can take what, who can't. There is a wish. There is a desire for another party to have something, or entitlement. When you are in the will, you're entitled to the things according to this will. In order to be in the will, one must put you there. Think about, again, the loss of a family member or a loved one, and someone had a will. Sade says she going. Good morning, beautiful. Have a wonderful day. Good morning, Mary. Good morning. Good to see you this morning. Good grief. Good morning. Follow the page, like the page, all, if you haven't already. If you are in the will, let's just say your father. I'm going to say my father. My father had a will, even though my father did not have a will, but he made me power of attorney, and he put me in a position to handle all his affairs. See, I was put in a position. God puts us in position. You just got to play your part. You got to play your part. So that when he passed away, everything he owned, everything he has, someone is assigned to take said things, to disperse said things, to split said things, to do whatever is required with said things, because you're in the will for it. I'm leaving it to you. I'm leaving this. It's yours when I'm gone. This house, this car, this money, the jewelry, all of my assets, everything belongs to you. A will could have different people a part of it. This person is assigned to get these things. That person can have these things. Several people can be in the will. not everyone will be in the will. And we all know that that causes problems because someone left something for you and they didn't get anything. Someone gave something to you and did not leave for anyone else. Of course, that can cause some problems because they weren't in the will. They're not entitled. That security there, they were not a part of that. You want to be in the will of the Lord because he's telling you, I have things for you. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. All you got to do is stay in the will. How does one stay in the will? How does one get in the will? Well, if it's a person choosing someone to be in their will, they would judge them off of their character. They would judge them off of who they are, their personality, what type of person you are. Are you responsible? See, some people don't leave wills to folks who's irresponsible because they feel you may lose it. Well, I'm going to give it to you for you to lose it. I'm going to give it to the person who is trustworthy, who's honest, and who's going to take care of. So if God tells you that you're in the will, he's holding you to a higher standard. He's holding you in a different place. And he expects something from you and out of you. And you can lose your place in his will by disobedience. You want to stay in the will. Then I was looking up my different scriptures. And I was like, Lord, what you got for me today? Because I'm talking will and I'm talking upgrading and I'm talking all these things. And it's like, okay, what scripture am I going to give them? And this is what I came up with. I actually came up with a couple, but this is where we're going to start. Romans 12:2. And let me just take that extra 2 out. I don't want to get nobody confused. Look it up for yourself. You can pull out your Bible if you have one, or you can go online and check it out there. Let me put my scripture back up. Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. For one, conform, that is to give shape, to outline, to contour, to change, to alter, to be similar, to be identical, to adjust, to fit in, conform, to be obedient, or to act in accordance. He said, don't. But that's hard because we live here, right? We live in the world, so it's hard to not be of the world, but by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Tia, what does this mean? What are you saying? Well, let me break it down for you. This is the real challenge. He's already telling you off top, even though we know how hard it is. She says, how does it feel to have a child in college? Girl, feels great. Bittersweet, up and down. Good day, people. My eyes are extremely heavy. Get you some rest. Thank you for tuning in. We're almost done because I got stuff to do. But don't be conformed to the world like it's the devil's playground. This is the devil's playground, y'all. There's all type of tricks and schemes and buffoonery and evilness in this world. There's so much. And if you get in your word, he will tell you that. It should not come as a surprise when certain things happen. It should not be a surprise. It should be, oh, that's prophecy because he said it's going to happen. Oh, that's prophecy because he sure said that. So we should already, for one, be in the know about what's going on. Do not be conformed to the world. Now, you can still live here, but you ain't got to do everything the world does. You don't have to do it because everybody else is doing it. You can be different. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe that's why you're being blessed, because you're not out here doing all the things that some other people are doing. Don't conform. Don't be like the world, especially if you're a light to the world. Can't be like the world when you're a light to the world. You have to be different. You have to be set apart. It needs to be something about you. People don't even know what it is and can't even put their finger on it, but they just know it's just something about him. It's something about her. So for one, you're saying and you're acknowledging, I'm not going to be out here doing everything that everybody does just to fit in, just to be like the world. Everybody's having sex and drinking and drugging. I choose not to. I choose, and I'm just using examples. Everybody's out here doing this. I choose to do this. It's okay to choose. These are conversations that I have with my kids. I don't care if you look like the oddball. I don't care. If I'm with a crowd, I'm with a group, and everybody start pulling out something and they sniffing lines, I'm going to tell you right now, nothing about that is going to make me want to try it too. Well, everybody at the party's doing it. Let me get some nose candy also. It's okay to say, no, I don't do that. Or remove yourself then altogether. Or it may be something that you choose to partake in because the temptation is going to be there. Everybody else is doing it. You don't want to seem less cool. You don't want to seem lame. It's okay. I'm not going to conform to some of this stuff that y'all got going on in this world. I'm going to be transformed by the renewal of my mind, meaning when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. Ignorance is bliss. You don't know, you don't know. But if you want to be a part of that will that God has for you, you need to be in the know because he gives you the basic instructions. He tells you and he lays it out for you what's going to happen, different challenges you may face, but he's also going to tell you, and in the midst of that, I'm going to make your enemies your footstool. I'm going to raise you higher, upgrade. But you have to choose. So be transformed, the renewal of your mind. Then it says that by testing you may discern what is the will of God. By testing you. People are going to test you all the time. Folks are going to test you. But when your mind is renewed, you will have that discerning spirit, a spirit of discernment to let you know, is this for me or is it not? Some of you know what's for you and what's not, but you choose to engage in whatever it is anyway. When you know better, you'll do better. That doesn't go for those who don't know. Again, ignorance is bliss. You don't know. You just out here. It's time to learn. It's time to be wise. Because life is not going to wait around. So You need to be transformed by the renewal of your mind so that when these tests come and these trials and folks that's not meant for you, or places that you enter is not a good place to be, you will get a spirit, you'll get a discernment about yourself that's going to say, yeah, it's time for me to head on out. You never walked in a room and just felt like something is off. I have, and I'm going to leave. And there was a time where I felt something was off, but I wasn't in the position to leave. I was with other people, rolled with other people, and now I'm at this place, but I'm with others. I did not drive, and so I'm with others, and there was an uncomfortableness there. There's an uneasy feeling there. There's things that's going on that don't sit all the way well with me. What do you do then? Because you can't just up and leave. Well, I guess I could have just up and left, could have called an Uber or just abandoned ship. But I decided to pray. I'm here. I can't go anywhere. And this happened a couple of times. I'm not able to leave. Lord, cover me. Lord God, keep me protected, Lord. Something doesn't feel right, God. In the name of Jesus, just keep me covered from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. Every step I take, God, order it. Like that's what I'm saying to myself in this place of uncomfortableness. Lord, if it's not for me, Lord, block it, God, block it. I'm praying this to myself. Sometimes I pray it out loud. Is she talking to herself? No, she praying. But sometimes I pray to myself. You don't have to pray out loud. You can pray on the inside. You can. You don't be no fool. If you don't feel right or something don't feel good or something's uncomfortable and you are not able to get out in that moment, you better ask for that protection. You need to be able to discern what is the will of God. You know when something's not right. And if you don't know, opening that book will help you to understand, because sometimes you're just out here doing things and you really don't know. You never were taught. And you think that it's good enough just being a good person. Just being a good person is not good enough, because there's things he wants you to do. He wants you to be obedient to. You can be a good disobedient person. I do everything else right, but I just don't listen to him. I do everything else right, but I'm running from my calling. I do everything else right, but I'm too scared to do that thing that God told me to do. You will know what is good and acceptable and perfect. You will know. And we all fall short, sure. Yeah, but don't use that as an excuse to continue doing what you want to do too, because we all fall short. Ain't nobody perfect. And that is just your excuse to continue with what you're doing. I understand it. I've been guilty of that. The good Lord know my heart. The good Lord know my heart. People like to use that one. He do know your heart. And that's where he finds out if you're going to be in that will or not. And some people have been kicked out of the will. But that's the safest place in all the world. Because if anything happened to you at any moment, you know you're covered. You know there are benefits being in this will. There are promises that were made that will be given to me if I stay in the will. And staying in God's will is more important than people, because people disappoint you. People will hurt you. People will let you down every time. So it's time to level up. Do something challenging. Do something and do it scared. Don't let the fear hold you back from doing something or creating that business or creating that program or creating that item or baking that thing or starting this thing. Do it. Do it. Because somebody's waiting on you. Somebody's being held up because you haven't started. So don't be conformed to the world. Have a mind of your own. It's okay to have a mind of your own. It's time to level up. It's okay to try something different. It's time to switch it up. It's okay. But if you notice that you've been going through some of the same things, so it's like a pattern. You're stuck on a level and you need to find that hidden key, that hidden kingdom. You need to find it. You keep going through because the answer is right there. And either you are ignoring it because you're too scared to explore it and you rather be comfortable. You rather be where you know. You rather play it safe. Well, that can be dangerous too, because if I told you to go and you don't, maybe you just cause more problems and damnation on yourself for your disobedience. Because if I'm telling you to do something, it's because my people may need it. If I'm telling you to start this thing, it's because my people need it. They can benefit from you. But don't be so full of yourself. It's time to level up. It's time to upgrade. Upgrade yourself. Let some things go. Even you don't have to wait until it's broke to upgrade. You don't have to wait. I'm not saying throw it out, just like a phone or something, Sometimes you'll be eligible for an upgrade. There's nothing wrong with your stuff. There's nothing wrong. It's just the upgrade is available. And you may say, well, you know what? Nothing's wrong with my phone. My phone is fine. There's no problems. I'm not going to upgrade. Okay. Until some crash happened because why? Because now there's a new system. There's a new way of operation, a new way of operating. And if you stay with the old way because you're comfortable with that system, you're comfortable with that device, and you don't want to upgrade it, then you are just really allowing yourself to be having those lags, having to restart. Maybe the upgrade is for you to do it now before the fall. Like, I'm just going to wait until it crashes, then I'll cash in on my upgrade. What's wrong with doing it early? Go ahead, let me upgrade now. I'm eligible. That's not in all cases. I'm just saying there are some things in life that go ahead and upgrade. You don't have to wait until it breaks or wait until it's worn out before you make that adjustment. You can be preventative. When it's time and when it comes to your life, it's time to level up. Do that thing. Make sure y'all go ahead and go to GUDGrief.com. I have been changing some things around. I'm trying to update and revamp and renew. God has been blessing me. God has been upgrading me. I've been off work for a while. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid for being off because the time that I'm taking off is a little bit more expensive. It's not PTO and vacation time and none of that. I'm on a like a family leave of absence, and I'm not being compensated during this time. And I ain't gonna lie to you. What scares me is being broke. I don't want to be broke. I don't want. Been down with my eyes. I know what you believe. Brokenness. What is broke? They say don't speak it. And before I took that time off, I had to pray, and I had God, Lord, we have a large family. We have bills. We have things to take care of. I can't just sit around and not get paid. And then I hear God say, don't worry, I'm going to upgrade you. You think that I'm going to allow you to go through these things that you've been going through. You need to take a step back. You need to focus on family. You need to do all these things. You think I'm going to allow you to just be off and fail? I've been needing to take much time off, but I couldn't because of just the willingness to thug it out. You can thug it out. You can still work. You can still go and do these things. Do you want to pass out before you sit down? I'm on a sit down right now. And when I tell you, I was scared to do this because again, I'm taking extensive time off and I'm not being paid for it. And let me tell you something. And let me tell you something. I always got something now. So then when you that week come by and you used to a direct deposit, like every week, and it ain't no deposit, you still may have, emergency fund, you still may have other little things, but I was so scared to take off work. My daughter was diagnosed with something called Kawasaki disease. We'll talk about that on another show. Appointments after appointments. I have sons that have appointments. It's just like life began to just fill up. And I said, Lord, I have to do this. And you are going to work it out in my favor. You are going to open up some doors for me. You are going to move in a mighty way, but I have to be willing. And I have been dealing with a lot of stuff and still working, never taking that time off, a day or two here, a sick day or a PTO or whatever. You use your little things like that. But Lord, I need time off, like time. Like I need a couple months. And I know that you are going to carry me through these months because I need it. And that's where the faith comes in. So make sure y'all upgrade. It's a verb. It's time to level up. So once again, I thank you all for tuning in to the Good Grief Morning Show, y'all. If you have not liked the page, please like the page. If you are not following the page, please like and follow the page. I hope to see y'all out on the 21st. And if not, I'm definitely in the building. Look up Marlon Choose Me when Good Grief meets Good Grief. I am honored to have been able to audition for the great Marlon Wayans, even though I did not hear a yay or a nay. Just the fact that I talked to the team, just the fact that I have contact numbers and information, just the fact that I was bold enough to try. It makes me just feel like the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. And I already know it is. So I'm in the building, y'all. Good Grief and Good Mourning, Marlon Wayans this Saturday, Genesee Theater. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you need to grab your tickets and pop out and come witness this show live, y'all. That's pretty much all I got. Make sure that you stay prayed up this week. It's a new week, new levels, new devils, y'all. Stay prayed up, get in your word. Keep that word in mind. Upgrade. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes things just have to be cut off to be lifted up high. Okay? Upgrade yourselves in whatever area that needs to be, whether it's in how you treat yourself, your self-care, your me time, whatever it is time to level up, y'all. It is time to level up. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Good grief and good morning, y'all. That's all I have for you. And enjoy your day. And I will see y'all at the comedy show this weekend. If that's what I think I'm gonna go live before. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I know that I'm all over the place. I know that I'm super excited that Marlon is gonna be here. And I'm definitely looking forward to being in the building. So that's all I got for y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the show. Tears, Miss Illinois. Brand new flavor here. Good grief, if you will.
When I wake in the morning, gotta send a prayer up. It's a blessing just to be here. No, I don't believe in luck. New house, new whip, newborn, that's cute. 5 kids, 3 in school. Without God, I'll be a fool. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that it costs to be the boss. Sip my coffee, put my feet up, do some projects and get lost. Life is a gift, and I'm just trying to live and laugh and love and learn and forget. Hey, hey, to the pip house. Good grief, y'all, and good morning.
Good grief, good morning, and goodbye.